Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We're going to be discussing George Kittle, and we're going to be looking at his film and determining why he's an elite NFL tight end. Before we get started, please drop a quick like and a sub on today's video. That would really help my channel grow. I'd really appreciate that. With that said, let's dive right into the video, and I hope you enjoy. So I guess this is a video I have done before a little bit. I've talked about George Kittle on my channel before, but this is a film analysis video of George Kittle. So we're going to dive into his stats before we look at what makes him so good in the film. And I mean, if we look at his 2020 NFL season, the guy only played in 8 games, had 48 receptions, which ranked 15th among all tight ends, 634 receiving yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. He also earned an 84.9 PFF player grade. But you've got to remember, he only played in 8 games. And this man, in a full season, he's a top 2 NFL tight end. He's either the first best or he's the second best, either Travis Kelce or him, and the argument for him over Kelce would be his blocking. We'll talk about all of that in today's video. But now let's dive into the film analysis and really determine what makes Kittle so great. The number one thing I want to talk about when it comes to George Kittle is his ability to make plays after the catch. He's such an athlete. He's so dynamic and explosive in open space. This is a perfect example of that here. So right here, that's Kittle right there, lining up on that right side of the offensive line. And basically what's going to happen in this situation is it's going to be a screen pass to him, basically. So basically, he's going to pretend to block here, and as the defense moves this way because of the play action, this is a really good play design by Kyle Shanahan. There's a play action, so the defense is going to move that way. This allows for Kittle to simply move outside of his block, and then for Garoppolo to just dump it over. And because the defense has moved this way, there's so much space on this side of the field, and then Kittle's able to take advantage of that. Simply catches the football, and then sees the field in front of him. Right, he's really good vision, seeing where the field is, seeing where the defense is, and simply just follows his block, gets the block outside, and is just able to continue to just look and see where he needs to go, and then just is smart, puts his head down, and he's such a physical player, picks up a lot of yardage right there. And that all starts with his ability to just be so dynamic in open space after the catch. He's one of the best players when it comes to yards after the catch in the NFL. He just sees the field and simply just goes out there and gets it. And that's just a really good job there by George Kittle. And although I'm not going to focus on it too much in today's video, I definitely need to address the reason why Kittle is the NFL's second best tight end or the NFL's best tight end is because of his ability to block. When he's in there and when he's not in there, it's a huge difference for the running game for the 49ers, and this is a great example of that. So you're going to see Kittle right here on the right side of that offensive line, just like the last play, he's sitting on that right side of the offensive line, and basically what's going to happen is he's really just going to set the edge. He's going to attack his defender, and he's just going to set the edge, and by setting the edge here, this allows for the runner. I think this might actually be Deebo Samuel in that situation to just follow the block. Look, he just holds his guy, keeps that block going, doesn't really allow for anything to go, simply seals off the edge. Now the edge is sealed off. Deebo Samuel can get around for a touchdown. So with this block, this edge block, right, sealing that edge, allowing for Deebo Samuel to get outside, leads to a touchdown. So this is almost as good as a pass-catching touchdown for George Kittle. It's pretty much the same thing in the situation that Kittle's block here is the reason there's a touchdown on this play. Great block, seals the edge, basically a walking touchdown, doesn't even get touched until the end. I guess he kind of gets thumped, but doesn't get touched until he goes for the pylon. But nonetheless, this is a great block by Kittle, and Kittle's block here leads to a touchdown. So you can see the difference that him in the run blocking game really gives to this 49ers team. And I kind of alluded to it earlier, but this guy is so good in open space to the point where he can take anything to the house because he's so slippery. So right here, he's pretty much matched up one-on-one over there. He's going to run a little route like that towards the middle of the field, catches the ball, and this should be an easy tackle, right? But he's so slippery, and he's so fast, and he's so just dynamic in open space. Breaks the tackle, takes it to the house, because he's got that breakaway speed too. He's so good after the catch, it's not actually funny how good he is after the catch. Basically, simply, this is a simple throw from Garoppolo. Really should be tackled right here. This should be a first down and done. But nonetheless, he's able to just elude defenders, and he's so good after the catch because he's so physical and athletic and dynamic in open space. He's hard to bring down. And all those things together just make him such a dynamic threat as a pass catcher. Next up, I want to just take a look at his hands. And this is caused by his ability to explode. In this situation, he's so good off the line of scrimmage. Right here, he's gonna just line up there for not Jimmy Garroppolo. I think that's actually Nick Mullins in at quarterback. No, it might actually be C.J. Beathard. I think that might be C.J. Beathard. But nonetheless, he's lining up right here, and pretty much he has great hands. This play just shows you hands. Also, it shows you route running. He's going to run here and then run back outside. And for a big guy, he's so explosive and so athletic, where he's actually a pretty good route runner too. And that makes him a lethal receiver because he's able to get open with his route running. And as you can see, there's not really anyone in that area. And he's able to just throw that ball up there to Kittle. But once again, this ball is not in a great spot. But just look at this catch. Like, this is all I need to show you. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And I have a better angle right here. And then he's able to have, the IQ to just, not even get tackled, stay with it, keep going and bouncing and picking up even more yardage. But just look at this catch. He's awesome hands. Like, you don't see tight ends make plays like this. This is a George Kittle big man play. Like, that's what this is, okay? George Kittle goes up there, makes a massive grab with his right hand, pulls it in, picks up more yardage. Like, this is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic by George Kittle. Completes the process of the catch, secures it, corrals it, goes to ground with it. Like, everything, he does everything perfectly, but it all starts with his hands and his great hands. He's got soft hands, and his ability to make catches like this makes him really special. Talking about great hands, I also want to show you this play. But this is two things here. This is one, his explosion off the line of scrimmage. He is so good at exploding off at the line of scrimmage and simply just getting to the outside, beating the guy that he's on. And it's really that simple. In this situation right here, it's really that simple. He simply just beats his man, right? And as the quarterback is reading where Kittle's going, I think that time, this is Nick Mullins here, sorry about that. He's just anticipating that throw over the top, and this is once again using his hands to high point the ball, use his body to protect the ball, and then simply just, it takes two defenders to take him down. He's too strong, too fast, too physical, and he's too good because he's able to high point this catch and then just come down, protect the football, and then go get it. And this is a good example here. This is a better situation. Number one thing, great hands, makes the catch. Great catch, right? Then he turns that way. He rotates his body that way to protect the ball, right? Protects the ball, uses his helmet a little bit, uses his shoulder, catches the ball, but he goes to ground by protecting the ball, uses his shoulders, really uses his body well to protect and secure the football. And once again, this is what makes him a great pass catcher because he has great hands, uses his body well, and is able to high point the ball. Like, everything he does well. And then he's got the yards after catch ability, which I'll continue to talk about. But this is just fantastic here by George Kittle, using his hands, using his body to just protect and secure this football. Just fantastic job here by Kittle. Another play I want to show you here is his just ability to explode at the line of scrimmage. I showed it to you in the other play, but this is another really good play right here. He's lined up right there, and simply he's going to explode by his he's just going to explode by his defender. Simply just gets to the outside, explodes. I mean, he's beaten him here to the outside. And once you've beaten your guy to the outside, you're toast, right? The defender's toast. And Kittle has that great speed where he's able to just go deep. He's able to make those deep he's able to be a great guy deep downfield because he's got the speed to get by safeties, linebackers, and corners, and then go out and make plays. And once again, after he catches the football, he never goes down, keeps on working, keeps on moving, and keeps on picking up yardage. And this is just what Kittle does best. He uses explosion off the line of scrimmage, as we see here, right in this area over here. He's able to simply just beat his man to the outside and then use his great speed to just beat the guy, continue beating the man, and then catch the ball with good hands, and then continue picking up yardage, just chunking away. It's textbook from George Kittle. And finally, another thing I want to talk about is just his athleticism. So in this situation, he's actually in motion here, and it's pretty much going to actually be a handoff to Kittle. That's pretty much what it is. Ball gets handed off to Kittle. Kittle basically just makes a guy miss, and then just continues just bouncing off guys. He's so hard to bring down. It takes 2-3 guys to bring him down every play because he's just pure muscle. That's literally what he is. He's just pure muscle and athletic ability. But the thing I just want to show you here is it's not that it's like a great play, right? I mean, he just runs the ball for 6 or 7 yards, but how many tight ends do you see have the chance to run the football? And sure, this is a part of Kyle Shanahan's offense, and this is what he does really well, utilizing his players in any situation that they can, but you just don't see tight ends running the football in the NFL. And just, you see Kittle's speed, you see his athleticism from this play, and you just see, he's a special guy because you don't see tight ends running the football, and him running the football just proves to you that he's good. Like, he's good. I mean, if the other plays didn't show it to you, then, seeing him just running the football, being athletic, and just bouncing off defenders, that really shows you that he's an elite talent at the tight end position, and he's a guy that you can really build an offense around. That's what they've done in San Francisco. And with that said, I mean, that's going to be the film analysis part of today's video. The number one thing with George Kittle is his, it's his hands, it's his explosion, it's his athleticism, but most importantly, it's his yards after the catch ability. And he's so good after the catch because he's such a big athletic freak that he's able to bounce off defenders, make guys guys miss in open space and just be lethal in open space. He's that breakaway speed. He's got really good speed, really good hands, uses his body well. But most importantly, not just catching the ball, he's really good as a blocker. He's an elite blocking tight end. And I saw that play where his block led to a touchdown. He's able to set the edge. He's so physical and athletic that he's able to, match up against linebackers, edge defenders, defensive ends, and seal the edge, get good blocks, keep that running game going. And with him in versus him not in the 49ers run game, you can really see the difference. There was a stat, I think, in 2020, that's in 2019, not 2020, but the 49ers averaged almost 2 more yards with Kittle on the field running the football than with Kittle off the field. So you can just really see the impact that Kittle has on the running game for the San Francisco 49ers. So for those reasons, for Kittle's ability to be a great pass catcher and a great run blocker, he's got to be an elite NFL tight end because he's so dynamic in open space catching the football. He's good after the catch because he's hard to bring down, and he's such a great run blocker. Pair all those things together, and you've got the perfect NFL tight end, the perfect storm, and a guy you can really build an offense around in San Francisco. And that's what they've done. Kyle Shanahan has really utilized guys like Deebo Samuel as well as George Kittle in ways that you typically wouldn't see them. You don't see Kittle running the football. If Kittle's playing for another team, what's a guy comparable to Kittle athletic-wise? I don't know. I wouldn't say Darren Waller, but a guy like Darren Waller is super athletic. You don't see him running the football, right? Kittle runs the football a little bit. That's just a thing that San Francisco does. They utilize their players in the best ways, in their best way. And Kittle is a guy that really has found a home in San Francisco because he's able to do everything at the tight end. And then he's just a great leader. He's obviously a captain for the 49ers. He's just a great personality. He's a winner. He's a leader. He's a strong work ethic. And next year, when he's back on the football field, healthy and ready to go, I'm really excited to see what damage he's going to be able to do. And with that said, that's pretty much going to end the video for today. Did you agree with my analysis? Why or why not? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, if you're new around here, please drop a like and a sub on today's video. I'd really appreciate that. With that said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, see ya.